Crimson Desert may be finally fixing one of the things that has been a lingering problem for the game, really since its launch. Something that they said they couldn't actually do because it was too much with their ongoing updates that they've been giving out. Because since release, open world action RPG Crimson Desert has been releasing consistent updates to fix some of the community's most pressing concerns. Changes to bosses and game difficulty, fast travel updates, gliding, world map changes, inventory updates to address its MMO-like hard limits. Basically every part of the game has been touched and fixed and redone in so many ways, except one thing.
Get to the point.
Cliff McDuff.
I see.
Who has the personality of that little rock that you tripped on and fell in the mud puddle in front of your crush to devastating effect. He exists to make you frustrated when he opens his mouth. A primary protagonist who gets outshined by pretty much everyone around him, including the pets that you'll spend multiple in-game days trying to tame.
You saved us from a good scolding. If you ever visit my town, come say hi.
Sure, if I have time.
But that might be changing, maybe a little bit. Like I said, it wasn't long ago that Pluribus said there really wasn't much they could do to fix the story, but after some retrospection, they seem to have come up with some ideas. In a recent interview, we learned quite a bit about Crimson Desert's upcoming changes, what they mean by DLC and story fixes, especially in the beginning where I think it's safe to say the story suffers the most. They had this to say, quote, "Art is subjective, just in general. That's not to discount anyone's experience, and people's different opinions are all valid, whether it's a review or a consumer's impressions. But that's what comes down to the crux of the question. Does that mean we're overhauling this story and throwing away what we built for a different story than the one people originally played? No. Does it mean we are making a better effort to maintain story continuity and improve cutscenes to clarify story elements and provide a better onboarding experience? Yes. That's the goal we have with the improved storytelling, and that's okay. Many players didn't necessarily understand the characters' motivations in the beginning hours, and they felt characters appeared without them understanding who they were in the story. We can address that, but that won't change the experience of those who already played the game. But does it make it better for people playing the first time, or for people who want to play again? Yeah, totally. But at the end of the day, we didn't want to compromise on fun, and we also don't want to detract from people who are early adopters for the game as well. So everything that we're doing is a way of rewarding their experience by making it additive to what they've already experienced. Additive is what's needed. There was a lot of gaps. Like for example, one of the places I had a major issue with was with the Reed Devil. They seemed so interesting, so intriguing. And yet they kind of just showed up in what I felt was their second act or their third act. There's so much that we could have seen before we saw the Reed Devil that would have made those great cutscenes, that great acting from the actor of the Reed Devil so much more impactful. So I hope that's some of the stuff they're looking at here, adding in that first and second act, adding in the reasons why, the motivations, especially early on. This all sounds a bit like they're trying to thread the needle, not trying to change the story too much or make people who already played it feel like they're missing out, but rather get the start of the game to a point where it actually makes more sense, improving clarity and motivations, expanding on cutscenes in game, and really just showing you why you should give a shit about Cliff. This is welcome news to me because in my 50-ish hours playing Crimson Desert, I kept coming back to this question of why have a set protagonist at all? Cliff felt like he could be anyone. There really was no reason not to provide a character creator because XX Super Saiyan Vegeta XX and Cliff McDuff probably both had about as much reason to exist in the game. And my biggest concern with that was that it might lead them to doing purchasable microtransaction DLCs given Pluribus's history with Black Desert Online for new characters like Damien and Unka. So far, that hasn't been the case, and changes like this to the storytelling, even if they end up being small, are a good sign to me that they're taking in that feedback. But what kind of DLC are they thinking of when they think of a DLC, if it's not something like maybe adding in a character or something small like what they've been doing so far? Well, they kind of answered that too. We don't know when it will be coming or what it will be about, but what we do know is that they have very carefully chosen their words around what a DLC is, separating updates, DLC, and expansions. What Crimson Desert has done so far, including things like the aforementioned changes, as well as stuff like new mounts and pets, have all been updates. These are smaller than DLCs. What they're working on now for the future is a full-on DLC, so something larger than what's already been done. The announcement was part of their June to September updates, so likely sometime after that would be when we're getting the details of a release of their DLC. Overall, Crimson Desert has been an interesting game to me. It's full of ups and downs, and I have found that at times it pulled on the same addictive strings an MMO does, while also often giving me the same frustrations of an MMO. There's been talks about multiplayer in the future as well, which would be ironic given that Crimson Desert was originally going to be a multiplayer title, but that was descoped from before launch. If I were to hazard a guess, I'd probably say those characters, Unka and Damien, are like the relics of that multiplayer being descoped. They just feel like that's what they are. I don't think I'll ever personally finish Crimson Desert. I mean, it's a freaking massive game, but seeing how much support it's had from Pearl Abyss since launch and seeing it essentially in many ways become a new game update after update has been great to see so much support for a single player title that doesn't have battle passes and microtransactions. In fact, those updates have in a lot of ways won me over with this game because they could have just left it. It did fine enough and they didn't need to continue to do updates. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think of these potential story changes? If you haven't played Crimson Desert, are they something that might make you more interested in playing, or does it not really matter all that much to you? Let me know down in the comment section below because I really want to hear what you have to say. My name is Richard Flynn. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you all soon. Bye. Woo! Oh shit, he went far. Hey, come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Come here, come here, come here. I just want to show you something. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck me. I have made such a terrible mistake.
The no has no place.